Hi, I'm Sarah Kane with Sarah Kane Photography, and I'm going to show you today how to do a face swap or head swap. So I have this family portrait here. I have two of them. Let me show you back and forth between the two. Here's one where you've got both boys are looking, both parents are looking. The baby is sort of looking in the direction, but you can see his eyes are kind of veering off. Not really looking at the camera. If this was the only picture I had, I would give it to the parents and I think that they would be happy. But I really aim, most families really want one good picture of everybody looking at the camera. So if I can, I give that to them. I always prepare them though that I'm a lifestyle photographer and life isn't always perfect and it's more about capturing the moments. So if we don't get that picture, that they're prepared for that. But if I can give it to them, I really try to give it to them. So you can see I do have this picture where the little baby is looking at the camera. No, he's not smiling, but he is looking at the camera. So, but you can see big brother over here is not making the best face. So I'm gonna do a little quick face swap. This one is pretty simple. First thing you're going to want to do is you want to copy this picture and paste it onto your other picture. So you could do that by shortcut, keyboard shortcut. If you're using a Mac, it's Command A to select all. When you see these little marching ants all the way around. If you're on a PC, it's always going to be, every time I say Command, it's going to be Control. So PC, Control A, Mac, Command A. So Command A. Then you want to click Command C, it copies it. Come over to your other picture and you're going to paste it on top, which is Command V. Now you can see you have both pictures. Now you can see they're not exactly lined up the same, so we're going to have to do a little bit of shifting. You're going to come over to the side, over here to the right, to your layers. You can see now you have two layers, layer one and then the background. You're gonna lower the opacity. I usually bring it down to about 60%. So when you see this, you can see now you've got the two layers on top of each other. Okay, so all we need to do now is move this layer to line it up so that their face is even. You come over here, and shift it. Once you get it close, then you might want to use the arrow keys. Okay. You can see that's not exactly perfect because the baby's tilting his head. I don't think it's going to matter in this case. I do have other videos though that will show you what to do when the head is tilted and you just can't line it up this way. But for this picture, I think it's going to work just fine. So let's go ahead and try it. So I have it lined up where I want it. You make sure you bring the opacity back up to 100%. Okay, so now what we want to do is create a layer mask. And we're going to come down to this square with a circle in the middle of it. Click on it and you see here it creates your layer mask. What we want to do is fill this layer to make it black. There's a couple of ways you can do it. You can come over to Edit, Fill, make sure it's black, normal, 100% opacity. And you can see this becomes black. A really quick, easy keyboard shortcut is Shift F5. If you forget that, you can see it tells you right here that up arrow is the Shift button. All right, so now we have this black. This image now becomes, I like to think of it as, if you remember back when you were a kid, those it looked like almost black tar, and you would have a special little wood pencil and you would scratch on top of it, and underneath it your image would start to appear, or certain colors would start to appear. I think of it as that. It's kind of the same thing. Or like a lotto ticket, you're scratching off the top to reveal the numbers or your prize if you won. So here we're going to scratch off. This is the way I think of it. My brain works in crazy ways. We're going to scratch off the top part of the face that we don't want to reveal the bottom of his face. Okay, so first thing you need to do is make sure you have the brush tool selected. I love keyboard shortcuts because they really save you time. Even though it takes a couple seconds, those couple seconds add up to a couple of minutes, and it really helps you. So Command B for a Mac, remember, Control instead of Command for a PC. So Command B will take you to the brush level, and now you see my brush is really huge, so I want to bring that down. And keyboard shortcut, use the brackets that are next to the P. So the left bracket, we'll make it smaller, right bracket, we'll make it larger. So we want to bring it down. And to make the image appear, you want to make sure over here on your left that your white, you want the white on top. So you want to use the white brush. Keyboard shortcut, X, toggles it back and forth. You can also click on the arrow. All right, so we have our white selected. I'm gonna come through here, I'm gonna pull in his eyes. Now he is looking straight at the camera. I think his mouth is the same. Let me see. It's easier if I just leave his mouth the way it is. Does it make much of a difference? Over here, I'm gonna toggle back and forth to see if there's a difference between the mouths. I don't think there is, but let me show you this. You come over to the history here. If you can't find the history, then come to Windows, click on History. Oops, mine disappeared because I had it. So Windows, History. All right, so your history's here. This shows you all the steps, all the changes you've made to your picture. And the really cool thing about this is at any point you can go back. See how that changed? Watch his face. Okay. There's the picture before. And that's the new picture. His mouth. I think I like this mouth better. It's just a minute detail. All right, so now we have everybody looking at the camera. You can also toggle back and forth to see the original is looking away. Now he's looking straight at the camera. Such a slight change. Really didn't take all that much time. Would the family be upset with this picture? No. But I don't want my families to just not be upset. I want them to be completely blown away by their images. All right, so now what you want to do is flatten the image to get rid of this layer, make it one. So keyboard shortcut, Command Shift E. We'll merge the two layers together. And now we have just one image. So now the image is ready for me to go back and make all those little corrections that I like to make this picture perfect. Some flyaway hairs. There was a hair that's over mom's eye. All those things I like to clean up. So thanks so much for watching, and I hope this helped you with face swapping. Bye.